In the first dawns of time, the canvas of nature was painted by the hand of the Creator, announcing the beginning of a luminous journey where the dreams of the humble meet the greatness of faith. Amid the tranquility of simplicity, young David was writing the first chapters of his life by tending the flock, where the seeds of patience and mercy are planted in the heart of nature. His eyes, windows to the soul, sparkled with an innocence that spoke of future hopes and a sincere faith growing with every ancient breeze. In moments of solitude and reflection, his heart turned reverently toward the Creator, drawing deep lessons and guidance from the silence of nature. Nature expressed the greatness of creation through its colors and scents, as every valley and river held a story told through time. Since his early childhood, his heart beat with compassion and selfless giving, making him a symbol of humility and humanity. He drew wisdom from the stories of the ancestors, where manuscripts represent a bridge connecting the past to a present filled with light. In every sunset, he would make his pact with hope, gaining from nature the meanings of light and renewal. Through the melodies of music, the first notes of creativity were launched, carrying a message from a heart that beats with love for the Creator. And thus began the journey of Dawood, a journey that started with the simplicity of life and ended with eternal lessons in giving and faith. In a moment of stillness, a glimpse of heavenly light appeared, calling him to other realms. The call echoed in the depths of his heart, as he began to feel a divine summons that surpassed the limits of human understanding. Signs of guidance appeared to him in the form of a meeting that carried meanings of wisdom and guidance. The sky was a mirror to his questions and an inexhaustible source of inspiration from the secrets of creation. In his vision, he saw a divine message carrying within it promise and light. His life changed, his awareness grew, and his heart opened to receive the lessons of the heavens. He began to learn the verses of wisdom, lines of light that guided his steps along the paths of life. He wrote his words with an inspired spirit, expressing an unending love for divine guidance. Just as water flows to purify the soul, his adawa cleansed his heart from all confusion. And thus his soul ascended, and he began moving forward on the path of the divine message. Life was not paved with roses, and Dawood faced harsh challenges with unwavering courage. Amidst the turmoil of injustice, David's courage emerged as a shield protecting him from every enemy. Through his wisdom, he laid the foundations of justice among his people, proclaiming the voice of truth. His scales balanced between strength and mercy, a beacon for eternal truth. In every conflict, the light of peace and reconciliation would emerge to restore order. His voice combined firmness and tenderness, drawing its strength from his deep faith. His judgment served as a guide beyond the bounds of time, emerging from a heart filled with wisdom and ancient experiences. Feelings of trust and harmony spread, as justice became a bridge connecting scattered hearts to a brotherly unity. And after every decision, his heart thanked God for the blessing of guidance and for the unwavering strength he had been granted. And with every sunrise and sunset, the light of justice illuminated the path of life, announcing the dawn of an unforgettable victory. On the battlefield witnessed by history, a clash erupted between truth and falsehood, where the bravery of heroes met the force of challenge. With confident steps and a gaze full of challenge, the young David advanced, confronting the giant Goliath, who embodied the strength of ancient enmity. Goliath, the giant whose features were drawn on the page of fear, was faced by David with a firm resolve, relying on his unshakable faith. Dawood carried his simple sling, a symbol of humility and strength, drawing from it courage that resisted all the hardships of time. In that critical moment, breaths were held, and hearts united with the pulse of hope that defies time. With a spirit of challenge, he launched the stone, carrying with it the promise of victory and the beginning of a new chapter in the annals of heroism. When the stone struck the giant, the gates of miracles opened, announcing the divine intervention in the balance of the battle. The giant fell, and from his fall arose the melodies of victory, marking a turning point in the story of heroes in history. Pride blended with humility as the hearts of the believers gathered to witness the miracle of faith and the beginning of an era of light. Thus, the battle with Goliath became an eternal lesson in courage, written in the ink of light on the pages of history. After the battles of heroism, David ascended to the throne of leadership, founding a kingdom that shines with the light of justice and the wisdom of the ancestors. From his throne, he issued his judgments, which were a beacon that illuminated the paths of the people and united hearts. The people of wisdom gathered from all directions to listen to the words of Dawood, which carried the fragrance of experiences and the light of the past. He wrote his rulings with delicate fingers, drawing from the fragrance of history the meanings of truth and wisdom, organizing the paths of justice. In every conflict, David would illuminate the path to reconciliation, carrying the torch of peace that dispels the shadows of disputes. His words reach the hearts regardless of their ages, uniting souls on the platform of wisdom and justice. His scale of justice was a symbol of balance between firmness and mercy, guiding the soul along the ancient paths of life. Even in the corners of the palace, the laughter of children heralded the beginning of a new era, a symbol of innocence and renewed hope. In moments of contemplation, he found refuge away from the noise of responsibility, drawing secrets of wisdom from the silence of nature. The reign of Dawood remained, a symbol of leadership and justice, a beacon illuminating the paths of both the past and the present. Dawood's talent was not limited to judgment. Music was the language of his heart and soul. Every string told a tale of love for God, and his voice echoed melodies of tranquility. The melodies soared, carrying messages of spirit and light to everyone around him. The magic of his voice captivated hearts, and his melody became a remedy for every soul longing for tranquility. In the verses of the Zabur, the meanings of truth and beauty were embodied, illuminating the paths of the devoted. His voice echoed with the birds emanating from the depths of connection with the Creator. The fusion of nature with the melodies of music created a mythical scene that captivated the eyes. His melody touched the hearts of both young and old alike, conveying to them a message of divine love. In every note, the wisdom of the heavens echoes and harmonizes with the pulse of the universe. And thus the voice of David became an eternal symbol, lighting paths and igniting hearts with endless hope. A new chapter began in the life of Dawood, a chapter of building the kingdom and uniting the hearts of the people. With united hands, the walls of hope were erected, and the fortresses of justice were built. He was guided by a sharp vision that shaped the future of a nation brimming with life. The people gathered under the banner of unity, united in the pursuit of building a cohesive society. There was no place for division, rather cooperation was the hallmark of life. With his words filled with wisdom, he united everyone's hearts on a single journey. Unity was the shar, and the message of the Lord gathered everyone on a single path. The kingdom flourished under the shade of David's justice and his insightful vision. Every celebration was a confirmation that unity and love are capable of turning dreams into reality. In every look from him, the future pulsated with the promise of unity and brotherhood. The life of Dawood was not without moments of stillness, during which he would listen to the call of his soul. In the silence of the night, he would wonder about the meaning of existence and delve into the depths of his soul. Despite life's storms, he found in his heart a refuge for tranquility and renewal. He learned that his inner struggle was the way to refine his soul and grow on the path of guidance. He recorded his experiences with sincerity, so their impact would remain a guide for the days to come. Every reflection was a lesson in the self, teaching him that peace begins from within. He saw in every challenge a bridge connecting the past to future hopes. He found in the embrace of nature a refuge for his soul, where the seeds of contemplation grow. The memories followed, becoming a teacher that spreads the light of wisdom throughout the journey of life. With every experience, his soul was shaped to be stronger and more determined to continue the journey. In moments of clarity, Dawood shared his advice with generations eager for wisdom, allowing its light to pass through the ages. His words were seeds that grew in the hearts of those who listened, sending forth the fragrance of optimism and the spirit of faith. His advice was a light that illuminated the paths, carrying within it the secrets of life and unforgettable lessons from experience. He taught them that wisdom is born from reflection and patience, and that every experience is a teacher that guides us to the paths of light. His eyes were a mirror of his life's experiences, speaking tales of an endless love for guidance and piety. From generation to generation, wisdom passed like a gentle breeze, touching hearts and telling the tales of timeless eras. In every line of that manuscript, time wove the threads of connection between the past and the present, carrying meanings that time cannot erase. His advice illuminated the paths like a lantern, lighting the way for travelers in the darkest nights, a beacon of light in the darkness of time. His message was a beacon that reached every home, flowing with meanings of love and faith, uniting souls on the platform of peace. Thus, Prophet Dawood remains a symbol of wisdom and light, eternal in the memory of humanity as a beacon that illuminates the paths of those who seek the truth. With the rise of a new dawn, the legacy of Dawood emerges in a canvas of light, a witness to a journey full of lessons and achievements. Every moment of his life was a page from the book of history, written with letters of light and filled with the fragrance of wisdom. He left behind an indelible mark, writing the story of a nation built on a foundation of determination and steadfast faith. His influence extended to everyone, from the young to the old, from the youthful spirit to the elderly heart, united in a single love for heritage and faith. Just as a tree grows from deep roots, his legacy continued to grow and flourish through the ages, witnessing the unity of spirit in generations. Every breeze carries a story from his life, continuing to give without end, as if it were a whisper from the past calling to the future. His message manifested in every corner of that kingdom, where every corner tells the story of a nation built on the principles of justice and faith. The story ended, but the wisdom that David planted remained eternal, lighting the paths of humanity across the ages. In every glance, hope was renewed, and hearts beat with the memory of a beacon of faith and an unwavering strength. Thus, Prophet David remains a symbol of wisdom and light, etched in the memory of time as an eternal legacy that illuminates the paths of humanity. At the end of our journey through the pages of time, where the colors of history blended with the melodies of wisdom and hope, Prophet David, peace be upon him, remains an eternal symbol of justice, bravery, and spirituality. Together, we have explored the details of his noble life story, which combines the essence of the past with the mysteries of the present, reminding us that every moment carries within it noble lessons that illuminate the paths of humanity. We now invite you, dear friends, to share this video with anyone who seeks to explore the depth of history and the beauty of timeless stories. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the Historical Traveler channel for more journeys across time, where we revive heritage and draw from it the eternal lessons of life. Together, let us build a bridge of knowledge and love for our historical heritage, which shapes our identity and lights our future. May your steps always be towards light and faith. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to meeting you again on another journey through the Historical Traveler channel.